Hello, in this video I want to talk about ACL or Access Control List in Linux. Sometimes we create a directory and files and we give them access 700 or we just give them full access to the user but absolutely no access to other users like group users or other users. In this case, sometimes we want to consider some exceptions, so like only one user out of the 100 or 200 or maybe 10 or 20 users that we created has exception, and this user can have access to this file or directory, and we can give him access read, write, or execute, or we give him full access. So how is this possible? Okay, let's go with the scenario here. So here I wanna I always start to check where am I. Okay, I created a directory 1 or dir1. So I go to that directory and create some files. Let's say f1, f2, and f3. And now I have 3 files. So these 3 files are there, and I give them a 700 access. So only the owner user, which is root here, has full access, but group user and other user has no access. So it'll be, let's go back to root folder. It'll be chmod and recursive 700 to this dir1 folder. So now if we check the folder dir1, and you can see is directory read, write, execute for the owner and absolutely no permissions for the other users and group users. And also it could be for the files, let's say f1, and that's the same, read, write, execute for the first 3 letters for the creator or user owner, and absolutely no permissions for the other users. Okay, so let's create another user at Reza. So I create a user Reza and I just log in as a Reza, and now I want I'm sorry, now I want to log in I did a login. I want to go to that directory, so cd dir1, and as you see, permission denied. So I cannot log into this directory because here I give, as a root, I give chmod 700. So I got 0 for the group user and 0 for the other user. So Reza is considered as an other user, so has 0 permission. So I create many users, and I want to create one more user at John. Okay, so now I have 2 users, and most probably John has the same problem if log in and try to cd dir1 and there's no access for them. So let me clear that. So I give this ACL or access control list bit permission for Reza to be able, the only user to be able to have access there, and I give the type of permission. So how we do that? We do this with the set facl command, and I give it receive and then -m and you as a user colon, and now I put the user I want, Reza, and column, and then I want to give the permission. So I give 7 permission, which means read, write, and execute. And then the directory I want to give a permission, which is the IR1. So I give this permission. Sometimes if you're using online playground, make sure you install ACL. So you go apt install ACL before that. But my playground is already installed. Okay. Um, Now I go back, log in as Reza, and I try to go to that directory. Oh, dir1, and I'm able to direct to that directory, and also I do a ls and I can see all the files here. I can open them, I can execute them, I have full access. But in another hand, the other users, let's say John, still has no permission for that directory. Okay, so that's the main concept of ACL. Only one, or the number of user we're going to set it will have the permissions. So here in set AFCL I just give this user Reza and these permissions. I can give it only read only, or write only, or execute only, or a combination of these permissions. So here I give a full permissions. Okay, and that was the main concept of ACL. Thank you very much. Hope you understand this, and hopefully this video is helpful.